Hey DC fans! Welcome to DC Station. Today, we're diving into one of the most important, emotional, and impactful stories in the DC universe, a story that shook the very foundations of the multiverse and rebuilt everything from scratch. Flashpoint. If you only know the Flash as the fastest man alive, get ready to meet a very different, complicated, and heartbreaking version of him. Everything begins with an emotional decision. Barry Allen, after years of grief and the pain of losing his mother, Nora Allen, decides to use his powers to go back in time and save her. But this simple act is like dropping a stone into a calm lake. The ripples that follow change everything. When Barry returns to the present, he finds himself in a completely different world. A dark, brutal world filled with war and stripped of hope. In the Flashpoint universe, Barry Allen is no longer the Flash. He has no powers. And even worse, his memories are starting to fade. Bruce Wayne was the one who died in that alley, not his parents. Now, Thomas Wayne has become a brutal version of Batman, one who uses guns and has no problem killing. Martha Wayne went insane from grief, and became this universe's Joker. Wonder Woman and the Amazon army are at war with Aquaman and the forces of Atlantis. London and much of Europe have been destroyed in the chaos. Clark Kent was never found by the Kents. Instead, he was locked away in a secret government facility since childhood, weak, pale, and completely cut off from humanity. No one is the hero we once knew. The world is on the brink of collapse. And in the middle of it all appears Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne. He tells Barry that he is the cause of all this chaos. Thawne didn't change anything, he just watched Barry ruin everything himself. With the help of Thomas Wayne, Barry tries to get his powers back to fix the timeline. They even recreate the lightning strike, an incredibly risky move that burns Barry horribly, but ultimately, it works. Meanwhile, the war between the Amazons and Atlanteans gets even worse. Barry realizes if the fighting isn't stopped, the entire Earth could be destroyed. Thomas Wayne, a father who's already lost his son, agrees to help. Hoping that if Barry succeeds, he might return to a world where Bruce is still alive. In the end, Barry manages to travel back again. This time, stopping himself from saving his mother and partially restoring the timeline. But the timeline he returns to isn't quite the same. Many things have changed. This world is now something different from what it used to be. And this is where DC, in the real world, launched its massive reboot known as the New 52. Flashpoint isn't just a story about time travel or personal choices. It's a story about the consequences of our actions. About how even the purest intentions can lead to disaster. Structurally, this story gave DC the chance to redefine its characters, its stories, and its entire universe. Costumes, relationships, and even many characters' histories were rewritten. Everything started fresh. It gave DC the opportunity to attract new readers and modernize its world. It's one of those stories that isn't just entertaining, it makes you think. A story about family, loss, responsibility, and the price of our choices. If you haven't read this comic yet, I strongly recommend you check it out. And if you've noticed how DC keeps revisiting this storyline, now you know why. Flashpoint is so important that it remains a pillar at the very heart of the DC Multiverse. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Do you think Barry Allen made the right decision? If you were in his place, would you save your mother? Until the next video. Goodbye from DC Station.